Hey TreadStrong crew, welcome to your 10-minute walk plus burn. This isn't just movement, it's a reset. It's a chance to rewrite what today means to you. We are dialing into something more than fitness. It's a story about resilience, rhythm, and rediscovery. And we're walking through it together. You ready? Let's go meet Rue. Let's start our treadmills with an easy 3 to 4.5 miles per hour. Like I said, I wanted to tell you the story about Rue, the day that changed everything. You're walking through her footsteps now. One breath, one beat. This is how all great comebacks begin. Rue did not announce her intention. She just walked through the front door, hoodie up, hope in her heart. Rue always started slow, not because she couldn't go faster, but because she knew where she was headed and where she had come from. Her head was tall, her shoulders were relaxed, core engaged, arms swinging naturally by her side. Let's pick up the pace to a brisk walk. The weight of yesterday was still with her, but with every step, it made it a little lighter. She passed the coffee shop where she got the bad news. The voicemail played in her head again, like it had for weeks. "I'm sorry, Rue," the lady on the other side said. "It's not good news." But she didn't stop walking. Not today. She didn't avoid the past. She walked through it. Time to rise. Incline at a 4. Rue's first push came on a street called Delancey. Cracked pavement, but solid resolve. This hill looked bigger than it felt. Isn't that how fear works? It exaggerates. Her legs didn't feel ready, but her heart was. Keep walking. This is where Rue passed the woman with the red umbrella. The one who nodded like she knew something. Maybe she did. Maybe she saw Rue becoming. People watched her that day, not because she looked impressive, but because she looked determined. They didn't know it yet, but they were witnessing a turning point, and you're having one too. She leaned into the hill, pumped her arms, kept her core engaged. Lower that incline to a 1%. Quick recovery. Rue used these moments to breathe deep and smile, not because it was easy, but because she made it further than she expected. She could see the library up ahead, the one where she used to read adventure stories and imagine she was the hero. Up ahead, we've got the climb, her favorite part, the part where everything that tried to break her learned that she wouldn't bend. This is where quiet turned into grit. Incline at a 6. Rue passed the school where she once failed gym class. She could hear the gym whistle in her memory. Same cracked sidewalk, same chain link fence. But this time, she walked with intention, with ownership. She remembered being 13, out of breath, red-faced, and the gym teacher shaking his head. That memory haunted her, but today it fueled her. This was her redemption tour. The soundtrack was her breath and her stride. She stayed focused. She stayed determined. Pumped her arms, walked with purpose. This is the steep part, but this is where Ruth started believing she was more than a story. She was the author. She passed by a man who was tying his shoes and thought, he doesn't know he's part of my origin story. She stopped waiting for permission to begin. The climb ended at a mural, and on it, a quote, "Resilience walks in quiet shoes." Ruth touched it once, felt the paint under her fingertips. She remembered standing there, heart racing, smiling, because this was her victory lap. Back down to a 0 incline. Deep breath. Shoulders relax. Ruth looked around and soaked up her progress. This was no longer a route she feared. It was one she owned. She remembered what her sister said. You don't need to outrun the storm. You just need to keep moving through it. That voice carried her more than once, and it's carrying you now. Incline at 8. Let's bring it back up. Last push. Ruth's story almost ended here on a courthouse staircase. Knees shaking, future uncertain. But today, she climbed. Not because she had the strength, but because she refused to stay still. She counted each step, 12 in total. With every one, she said a word. I am not what they say. I am what I choose. Say it with your stride. The sun started to peek through the clouds, and just then, like the world was watching. Final seconds. Rue reached the landing and didn't turn back. She looked up at the flagpole and whispered, I showed up, and now so have you. Drop it back down to a 1%. Rue looked over the skyline. Same city, new spirit. She didn't need a medal. She had momentum. She walked tall. Head up, core embraced. This cool down isn't the end of the story. It's that credit roll after the breathtaking scene. A story isn't over just because it slows down. Sometimes that's when you catch your breath and you realize who you become. Deep breath in. Hold for 2. Exhale for 2. Flat road, clean slate. Rue disappeared into the crowd that day, but people still remembered the way she walked. She was heading somewhere, even if they couldn't see it. Walk with that same determination. Now, they'll remember you. Because it wasn't just a workout. It was the day that changed everything. And tomorrow, you get to write the next chapter. You know, Ruth's story didn't end on the Lancey or on those courthouse steps. Years later, someone would stop her on the same street and say, I started walking because I saw you. You never know who your stride will inspire. So keep walking, Keep showing up one step at a time. Thank you, TreadStrong crew. You have crossed the finish line. Run strong, tread strong, walk strong. Love you guys. Bye.